Okay, good evening. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Joel, can you hear me? Yes. Okay, now. Okay, let's start the second part of 2024 A-level paper. Let's start from statistics, structured part. Okay, 2024 structured part is very important part. Important and very good questions. Thermochemistry, kinetic chemistry, and it's a collaboration of all lessons. Okay, let's start. Okay, now how many days remain for the exam? How many days remain for the exam? Very close to exam. For today, 21st of July. Then 7 days, 28th of July. Another 7 days, 4th of August. Then 11th of August. 20 days. Yeah, only 20 days. No, 20, no. 14. Exam 20 days. Okay, you have to complete everything, all subjects within 12 days. Before 10 days start. මේ මාසය ඇතුළත ඔක්කොම ඉවර කරන්න ඕනේ. And tomorrow morning you have a full practical session. I have scheduled, I have arranged everything. Let's complete all practicals of S in our syllabus tomorrow morning. And tomorrow evening we discuss practical based questions, then practical completed. After that you have small session about ICT, Excel, Word, everything. That one also practical, part of practical session. Then your all syllabus, paper discussions and practicals will be completed within this month. මේ month එකෙන් ඔක්කොම ඉවරයි. Everyone, you all free tomorrow morning, right? Everyone okay? Sharon? Kabir? Are you all available? Okay. Tomorrow morning, let's try to complete within 4 hours. 8:30 to start 8:30. No, let's start 8 a.m. morning. 8 to try to complete before 12. 12 or 12:30. You don't have practical exam, right? You don't have practical exam always. Then up to 2024 paper structured essay ගත්තාම it don't have practical question. Make a practical question එකක් නෑ, as I remember. Yeah, it is there is a practical. small practical, but without practical knowledge, if you have fluid mechanism theoretical knowledge, you can answer for this question. But if you got some idea about practicals and experiment in our syllabus, it's additional advantage, especially for fourth structured essay. Let's complete practicals within tomorrow, and let's try to complete practical questions tomorrow evening. Everything completed. Okay, let's start question number 1. Plant cell and animal cells have a number of unique features to each of them. The diagram below show one type of the above mentioned cell. Okay, what is this cell? Is it animal cell or plant cell? What is the type of cell given in the diagram? It is definitely, it is a plant cell. Plant cell. How you can identify? Large vacuoles and thick cell wall, and chlorophylls. Due to these specific features, it is a plant cell. Right? Two unique features of above cell that supported your identification. Two unique features. What are the unique features? First one. Okay, can you send answers? What are the unique features? Unique features to identify it is plant cell. It's contain chlorophylls. Present chlorophyll. And large vacuoles. Not only that, thick cell wall, because animal cell don't have cell wall. Yeah, present thick cell wall. Normally plant cell wall, it's thick cell wall with cellulose and lignin. Identify the organelles labeled P and Q in the above diagram and write the main function of each organelle. P and Q. Let's try to identify P. P is mitochondria. How to identify mitochondria? It has two membrane. The outer membrane is circular, but inner membrane, to increase the surface area, it's like this. Okay, this is the shape of inner membrane. This is a mitochondria. Okay, what is the main function of mitochondria? Cellular respiration and energy production. Cellular respiration and ATP production. ATP mean energy, right? ATP production. Cellular respiration and ATP production. ATP mean adenine triphosphate. It is for energy. Mitochondria. Then Q is chloroplast. Remember, the overall one is chloroplast. The inside this plate type feature organelles are thylakoid. The photosynthesis reaction is take place inside these thylakoid cells. Thylakoid cell tama photosynthesis එක වෙන්නේ, right? The overall structure is Chloroplast. Chloroplast. What is the main function? Photosynthesis. The photosynthesis is the main function of the chloroplast. Meristematics and simple permanent tissues are two basic type of tissues in plant. Yeah, plant tissues we can classify it into two types: meristematic tissues and permanent tissues, right? Meristematic tissues mainly three types. I think you can remember: apical meristems, intercalary meristems, and lateral meristems. Permanent tissues again two types. If you don't know, please note down. Permanent tissues mainly two types. What are the types? Yeah, simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissues. Simple permanent tissues mean three types again, same types of cells. What are the three types? Parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, sclerenchyma, and parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Okay, what are the complex permanent tissues? Complex permanent tissues only two: xylems and phloem. It is made by different types of cells. Different types of cells. Different types of cells. Okay. Right. Right. Hi. Make a name the three types of simple permanent tissues in plant and write one structural adaptation for its function shown in each tissue. Okay, for their functions, what are the structural? Structural mean internal structure, right? Internal structure. Structural adaptive adaptation. What are the simple permanent tissues? Parenchyma, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, sclerenchyma, parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. They are the simple permanent tissues. Okay, what are the structural adaptation? Okay, what is a structural adaptation? If you got parenchyma, they have large intercellular spaces, no? Okay, that's a normally parenchyma cell is like this. Parenchyma cell එකක් හැදෙන්නේ මෙන්න මෙහෙම. They have large vacuoles. Large vacuoles. They have large vacuoles like this. Due to their cellular shape, and the cell wall is made by only cellulose. Therefore, they are circular shape. Circular shape. Due to that, they have intercellular spaces. Intercellular spaces. Right? Intercellular spaces. Intercellular spaces. Intercellular spaces. Spaces. That's a one adaptation, right? තව ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. හරි. Intercellular spaces present in the intercellular space present. Okay, if you got collenchyma, in collenchyma cells, this edge of this contact edge of cells thickening with lignin. When my cell walls thickening with cell wall thick with lignin. Cell wall thick with cell wall thickening with lignin. That's the one adaptation with lignin. Lignin. Yeah. If you got sclerenchyma cells mean dead cells. They are not live cells and they don't have intercellular spaces, and it is highly compacted. Cells highly compacted and inter structural differences asking, no intercellular spaces. No spaces. Cells highly compacted. Okay, they are the adaptations and simple permanent tissues. Okay. Second one, name the two main types of tissues responsible for the secondary growth of dicotyledon plants. Okay, do you remember what's the meaning of the secondary growth of dicot plants? Do you remember the secondary growth of dicot plants? Yes, I already explained. Wait, I'll show you. Not this one. Sorry. Okay, check. Can't find now. I have sent all diagrams into our group. Okay. First, what's the meaning of the secondary growth of dicot plants? The secondary growth, the primary growth mean increase the height of dicot plants. The secondary growth mean what? Okay, this is a story. Make a hand pull up me say අනිවාර්යෙන්ම හරි. හරිද? හොඳට අහගන්න. Okay. How about the primary structure of dicot plants? This is epidermis, right? Epidermis. Epidermis. That's a protective layer. Epidermis. Epidermis. Epidermis and vascular. Vascular bundles. Vascular bundles. Okay, they are the cambiums. Cambiums. I'm not going to explain everything, every parts. You can go through our group available all parts. Okay, this is a normal structure, right? This is a normal structure. That this one of bundle we called as vascular bundles, and the inside one is xylem, and the outside tissue is the phloem, right? And this is a cortex. මෙන්න මෙයාට තමයි cortex කියන්නේ. Cortex, and this is a pith, right? This is the primary structure of the dicot plant stem, the cross section of dicot plant stem, right? It's contain xylem, phloem contain, and this is cambium. මෙන්න මේ separate වෙන එකට තමයි cambium කියන්නේ. Cambium. This is a primary growth, right? What are the parts? The final layer is epidermis, the outer layer, then cortex. Inside the cortex, it's contain vascular bundles. Vascular bundles contain xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem separate by cambium, right? Always xylem is inside. මෙහෙ තියෙන xylem, මෙයා තමයි phloem, right? This is the primary structure of dicot stem. But in the secondary growth, when the plant matured, plant stem start to increase the thickness. In the secondary growth, what happened? This intervascular cambium and intravascular cambium. මෙන්න මේ cambium එකතු වෙලා combining this all cambium tissues, it make as a ring. This cambium tissue make as a ring. Then this ring we called as, what's the name of this new ring? It is the first tissue form for secondary growth, that we called as, that is vascular cambium. Vascular cambium. This is vascular cambium. Okay. By vascular cambium, it's producing new two cell layers, new two tissue layers inside of the vascular cambium. Inside to the vascular cambium, ඇතුල් පැත්තට මම එක තව clear වෙන්න ඕන නම් ආය අඳිමු. Let's draw it again. Okay, now this is the second stage. Okay, this is epidermis. Then මොකද වෙන්නේ? These vascular bundles, they are the vascular bundles. Intercellular cambium and intracellular cambium develop as a ring like this. This ring we called as vascular cambium. මෙයා තමයි vascular cambium. vascular cambium, right? Vascular cambium. Now this vascular cambium produce two new tissue layers. It is secondary xylem into inside direction. Into inside it is secondary xylem and into outside it is secondary phloem. මෙහෙට හදන්නේ secondary phloem. Right? Secondary xylem and secondary phloem. Into outside it is secondary phloem. Into inside secondary xylem is new two tissues are formed. එතකොට මෙයා secondary phloem into inside secondary xylem. Secondary xylem. Right? And එතකොට මෙයාලට අපි කියනවා they previously remain one, they are මෙන්න මේ ඉතුරු වෙන parts වලට මෙන්න මෙයාට අපි කියන්නේ primary phloem. Primary phloem. Inside remaining part it is primary xylem. Primary xylem. මේක මම දැන් several times, I think 4 to 5 times I explained the same thing. Right. Then this is the purpose of vascular cambium. Vascular cambium, what they doing? Increase the thickness of, they produce new tissue layers, secondary phloem and secondary xylem. Secondary xylem. Right? Okay. Then due to the increase of thickness in the secondary growth, as a result of development of secondary xylem and secondary phloem, the thickness of the plant stem increasing. Okay, the thickness increasing. That's the actual secondary growth. As a result of thickness increase, what happened? These epidermis will be break down. In the secondary growth, these epidermis will be break down. Then it's coming a problem. What's the problem? The protective layer is epidermis. Now in the secondary growth, it is break down. Then as a result of that, a new protective tissue is forming that we called as cork cambium. Cork cambium. This cork cambium produces new tissue in the outer layer. As the outer layer, that's a cork. C-O-R-K. Cork. Cork. Okay, this is secondary growth. Increase the thickness. Increase the thickness. This is secondary growth to increase the thickness. Any doubt? In short form, I explained. In details, every steps I explained in the lesson, right? Any doubt? You can ask now. Secondary growth, doubts I'll explain again. Any doubt? Most probably this time a large part of the structure part, I think structured essay part coming from secondary growth of plant stem. I clear? Amina? Second growth, okay. Okay, then name two main types of tissues responsible for the secondary growth of dicotyledon plants. What are the two main tissues? Two main tissues, right? Product tissues form only two main tissues. The first one is the ring. What does the ring mean? Vascular cambium. Vascular cambium. Vascular cambium is a vascular cambiums are the cambium. Vascular cambium is a main tissue responsible for secondary growth. Finally, for protective layer, it is forming cork cambium. Cork cambium. Cork cambium. Don't write secondary xylem, secondary phloem. They are produced by vascular cambium. the cork protective layer, cork layer is made by cork cambium, right? They are the main tissues. Vascular cambium means this ring. The ring is formed between vascular bundles. Cork cambium means the outer protective cambium layer. Microbes play an essential role in the nitrogen cycle. Nitrobacter is a chemotropic microorganism that facilitates the nitrogen cycle as nitrifying bacteria. Yes, that we already discussed. Nitrobacter is a nitrification bacteria. Nitrification bacteria. That's a very important. They doing very important process. Cyanobacteria is a autotrophic microorganism that facilitates the nitrogen cycle as nitrogen fixing bacteria. Yes. Name a carbon source and energy source of chemoautotropic and autoautotropic. Okay, mama kiwa mainly microorganism has 4 nutrition types. What are the types? Autoautotropic, photoheterotropic, chemoautotropic, chemoheterotropic, right? I told if it is autotrophs always carbon source, carbon dioxide, right? If it is autotrophs, the carbon source always carbon dioxide. Okay, that's a method, right? Autotrophs na carbon dioxide, right? If it is photoautotrophs or photo කියන part එක තියෙනවා නම් definitely the energy source is sunlight. The energy source is sunlight. If it is chemoautotroph, definitely the energy source is chemicals. Chemicals mean inorganic compounds. Inorganic compounds. Clear, Fatima? Very simple, right? Joel? Okay, after our practical discussions completed, practical Ivakrama, yeah, everything will be completed, right? We discussed more than 20 full papers, right? More than 20, and completely theory parts complete discussed, and yeah, everything completed. I hope to discuss with you our department paper mean model paper, and how about the today paper? A little bit advanced. Model paper MCQ part is bit advanced, but essay and structured part simple. Okay, I'll give you essay and structured part as well, and I hope to discuss with you one provincial paper, Northwestern NWP paper as well. Northwestern provincial papers. Okay, that's all. Erik Raman. Write the main function in the nitrogen cycle performed by each group of bacteria given below. The main function in the nitrogen cycle, yeah, they all are nitrogen. Very important bacteria, very important bacteria for nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen cycle. Okay, nitrogen fixation bacteria, nitrogen fixing bacteria, what's they doing? They're doing atmospheric nitrogen convert into ammonium ions, NH4 ions, NH4 ions. Okay, that's the function of nitrogen fixation bacteria. NH4 plus mean ammonium ions, Nitrifying bacteria mean nitrosomonas and nitrobacter. Nitrosomonas මොකද කරන්නේ මෙන්න මේ හදපු ammonium NH4 plus convert into NO2 minus and finally this NO2 minus mean nitrite, right? Convert into nitrate ions, NO3 ions. The first step doing by nitrosomonas, the second step doing by nitrobacter, both are nitrification bacteria, nitrifying bacteria. Denitrification bacteria, NO3 minus convert to nitrogen gas opposite side. This answer. Okay, first question is done. Let's move into second one. A chemical industry in Sri Lanka produces biodiesel from used vegetable oil. In the production process, vegetable oil react with methanol in the presence of catalyst to produce biodiesel and glycerol. Production of biodiesel can be represented as follows. Yes, this is a biodiesel production process. You already know what are the raw materials for biodiesel. It is triglyceride, right? It is a triglyceride and methanol, and as catalyst we use sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide or heterogeneous catalyst, and this is biodiesel, and finally it is produced the byproduct. What is the byproduct in biodiesel production? Glycerol. Very good. Write the name of each reactant and product in the design box A, B, C, D. Okay, A. What is the name? Triglyceride. B. It is methanol. C. Biodiesel. D is a byproduct, glycerol. Write the name of each reactant and product. Draw the structure of the main byproduct formed during biodiesel production. Yeah, what is the main byproduct produced in the biodiesel production? Glycerol. The main byproduct is glycerol. Additional byproduct is a soap. Main eකට අමතරව, right? Extra byproduct. Okay, then how about the structure of biodiesel? These are all CH2OH, CH2OH. This is the biodiesel molecule. That one also correct, both structures correct. Okay, both correct. CH2OH, CH2OH. Name a commonly used industrial catalyst for the above reaction. Yeah, commonly used one is caustic soda, sodium hydroxide. මතක් කරගමු. Sodium hydroxide. The commonly used one මේක තමයි answer එක, right? If not, we can use potassium hydroxide as well. Right? Potassium hydroxide as well. Sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide both. The problem is it's producing some unnecessary products, large quantity. It is soap by the unnecessary saponification reaction. Therefore, better to use heterogeneous catalyst instead of homogeneous catalyst, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. We can use heterogeneous catalyst. What are the examples for heterogeneous catalyst? zinc oxide මම හැමදාම කියනවා මේක අහනවා zinc oxide MgO magnesium oxide and tin oxide SnO4 SnO3 no right tin oxide SnO4. The industry seeks to optimize the process by analyzing the reaction rate under different conditions. Define the term of rate of reaction. It is from kinetic chemistry. It's directly asking define the term of rate of reaction. What's the meaning of rate of reaction? The concentration change of change of reactant or product within unit time. Very simple, right? Lesson එකේ definition එකම දාන්න තියෙනවා. Within unit time, the amount of reactant or product change the concentration. The concentration change of reactant or product within unit time, or the rate of concentration change of reactant or product. Both correct, right? හරි. very easy. Using an equation, express the relationship between the consumption rate vegetable oil and methanol during biodiesel production. That is very important. That's very important. You know, the balanced chemical equation is given. The balanced chemical equation is given. Right? Now, the question asks the relationship between biodiesel and methanol. Sorry, vegetable oil. That means triglyceride and methanol. එහෙනම් කොහොමද යන්නේ? You know, triglyceride. This is triglyceride plus 3 methanol is reacting, right? 3 methanol because with one triglyceride 3 methanol molecule is reacted. එතකොට අපි දාන්නේ කොහොමද? minus delta. What's the chemical name? We have to find out the chemical name. C3H5 C3H5 or COR5. It is biodiesel equal to minus, why we adding minus? Because it is a reactant, right? Minus 1/3 stoichiometry reciprocation, right? Delta methanol means CH3OH over delta T. Methanol over delta T. Understood? Kabir? It is rate of reaction, kinetic chemistry. Any doubt? Fatima? Kabir? Amina? Okay. Okay, described how temperature affect to the rate of reaction between ethanol and vegetable oil in this process. Okay, I told there are four main factors affect to the rate of chemical reaction. What are these? What are they? Temperature, the reactant concentration, and catalyst and reactant physical state, physical nature. Make a honey how described how temperature affect to the rate of reaction between ethanol and vegetable oil. Okay, how to affect temperature? The reactant molecule kinetic energy increase with temperature increase. Therefore, increase collisions and reactant collisions and reactant collisions and effective collisions, effective collisions, effective collisions, effective collisions. Effective collisions, I think you can remember. Effective collisions mean collisions with completed all requirement, all fulfill all requirements, right? Collisions. Then increase the rate of reaction, the rate of reaction. Okay, this is a story. With increase in the temperature, what happened? The molecule kinetic energy of molecule increasing due to that due to their vibrations, molecule collisions increasing. Due to increase molecule collisions, what happened? Effective collisions increasing. Effective collisions mean all requirement fulfilled, collisions increasing. Then the rate of chemical reaction increasing. Then increase in the rate of chemical reaction. The reaction between methanol and vegetable oil occurs in multiple steps. Explain what is mean by explain what is mean by single step reaction and multi-step reaction. Okay, you have to define, make a good up definitions, right? In the lesson given definition. Single step definition, single step reaction, single step reaction. Okay, what's the meaning of single step reaction? Reactants convert into products. Reactants convert to products within one step. That's the meaning of single step reaction. Within one step, reactants convert to product. That's the meaning of single step reaction. Okay, let's see multi-step reactions. Multi-step reactions. Reactants convert to product within more than one steps. You can several steps, more than one step. More than one step. Okay, they are the two definition. More than one step. Again, minimum two, right? Minimum two step. Explain the concept of rate determining steps and how it impact to the overall reaction rate. හොඳට බලාගන්න. that point also this time exam question. හරිද? මේකත් මේ සැරේ අහන්න. Explain the concept of rate determining steps. Okay, rate determining steps is the multi-step reactions, the slowest step. හරිද? මේක කියන්නේ explain කරන්න කියලා. Then multi-step reaction, the slowest reaction step is the rate determined step. Rate determined step කියන්නේ multi-step reaction එකක the slowest step. Remember the other thing, the slowest step mean if you got the energy diagram for multi-step reaction, it is like this. The energy diagram for multi-step reaction like this. මේවා අනිවාර්යෙන් අහනවා මේ සැරේ. Okay, this is the energy diagram for multi-step reaction. හරි. හොඳට බලන්න. This is energy and the reaction coordinate. Energy and reaction coordinate. Think this is reactant. Right? This is reactant. And it is intermediate product. Intermediate product means first step product. Intermediate product. Okay. Think this is a energy diagram for first step. Then it is converted to second step like this. This is third step. It is multi-step reaction with three steps. Okay, then can anyone tell me this is first step, this second step, this third step? It is reactant. This is first intermediate product. Intermediate product 1. It is intermediate product 2. This is a final product. Now tell me which one is the slowest step? First one or second one or third one? Ravinder, which one is the slowest step? How they make a rate determining step? Kabir, which step? First one or second one or third one? Quickly. One. Yeah, very good, Ravinder. The first one is the rate determining step. The reason is it has large activation energy. Okay, this is activation energy for amount activation energy for first step. But second step it is less value. Third step is actually very fast as step. Then the slowest step is the rate determining step. It is 1. Understood, Kabir? The slowest step is first one. The fastest step is third one. Then the rate determining step is slowest one. That means first one. Hari. The definition is done. The multi-step reaction, the slowest reaction step is the rate determining step. හරිද? මේක තමයි rate determining step කියන්නේ. Explain the concept of rate determining step and how it impact for the overall reaction rate. How it impact for the overall reaction rate. දැන් අහන්නේ කොහොමද ඒක impact වෙන්නේ කියලා. Then you have to mention the overall reaction speed. Reaction speed depends on the rate of this speed. The rate of depends on the rate of slowest speed, slowest step. Slowest step. Hurry. This is the full answer for question part 5. Okay, part C is the most important one. This type may heat of reaction question also coming in the structured part. අනිවාර්යෙන් මේස එනවා. Okay, question part C, the heat of reaction is 45 kilojoules per mole for the reaction between vegetable oil and methanol. Methanol tahane definition, define the term of heat of reaction. What's the meaning of heat of reaction? The amount of heat absorbed or released while reacted 1 mole of reactants. The amount of heat absorbed or release to react 1 mole of reactants. This is a full definition of heat of reaction. In this reaction, exothermic or endothermic? Okay, what do you think? කොහොමද හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්? You can find from heat of reaction. If the heat of reaction value minus, it is exothermic. Then it is exothermic. Exothermic. If one batch 500 gram of methanol was used with an excess of vegetable oil for the production of biodiesel, the molar mass of methanol is 32 grams per mole. Calculate the number of moles of methanol used in the reaction. That one also very easy. You know the number of moles equal, the molar mass is given, then M over capital M, mass over molar mass, right? Then N equal mass equal 500 gram, the molar mass equal 32 gm oil minus 1. Gram to gram cancel, it is moles per moles got into upward, then it is mole. 500 over 32, what is the value? 500 over 32. What's value? 532. It is 15.62. Great. 15.62 moles is the number of moles. 15.62 moles MOL. Calculate the total change associated with the reaction based on the number of moles of methanol used. Then make a methanol use karapu. Methanol number of moles 15.62. Right. Now the heat of reaction is given. Do you remember what is the heat of reaction equation? Heat of reaction equal the quantity of heat, that means amount of heat released or absorbed. Now it is exothermic reaction, it is heat release, right? The amount of heat release divided by number of moles. Then api danna number of moles 15.6 and heat of reaction is given 45 kilojoules per mole, right? Equal to 45 kilojoule per mole, right? Equal to quantity of heat, don't know amount of heat, the calculate total heat change, that means release heat, no? Then number of moles 15.62. To calculate the quantity of heat Q, first multiply 45 into 15.62. It is mole. Then mole to per mole cancel out in the cross multiplication. Then answer coming with kilojoule. Answer is coming from kilojoule. 45 into 15.62. Ravindra, what's the value? $702.9. Good. 702.9 kilojoule, not joule, it's kilojoule. Because the heat of reaction given it kilojoule. Okay, this is the amount of release heat. A group, question number 3, 2 questions done. A group of students is planning to produce bioethanol. Bioethanol means just from sucrose solutions, right? Sugar cane syrup using bioreactor. The main step of this process are preparation of new material mixture, fermentation using microorganism, yes, and distillation. First, sucrose sugar syrup. The main step of this process are preparation of raw material mixture. Raw material mixture means sucrose, fermentation with microorganism, and final distillation. Okay, that's the ethanol production process. The bioreactor has an electric heater. It's a bioreactor name. In the bioreactor is the reaction chamber actually, right? It's reaction chamber. What is the main carbohydrate present in sugarcane syrup? It is sucrose. Sugarcane වල තියෙන sucrose නේ. If it is asked me, මේක ඇහුවොත් honeybee වල, honeybee is fructose, right? Honeybee carbohydrate type fructose. What is a group of carbohydrates? The above mentions main carbohydrate present in sugarcane syrup belongs to. What's a group of carbohydrates? Mainly 3 types of carbohydrate: monosaccharide, disaccharide, and trisaccharide. Polysaccharide, sorry. It is disaccharide. Good. Disaccharide. Disaccharide. The microorganism used for the fermentation process grows best at 35 Celsius. If the heater used in bioreactor has a power of 1000 watt. Power equal 1000. Power, right? Work doing rate. What is the minimum time required to rise the temperature of raw material mixture from 25 to 35? To rise the temperature from 25 to 35. The time consumption is asking. What is the minimum time? How to calculate? What's the method? Okay, first of all, your first step, you have to calculate the amount of heat requirement. The amount of energy requirement to increase 35 to 25 to 35. Right. Then it is 25 to 35, we know any physical state change. Then it is mc theta. The mass is problem. The specific heat capacity 4300. The density equal 1.15 kilogram per 1 liter. And the volume of the mixture is 10 liter. Then what is the mass? 10 liter, 1 liter equal 1.15 kilogram. Then 10 liter mean how many kilograms? 11.5 kilogram. Into specific heat capacity 4300, J kg minus 1, K minus 1, or Celsius minus 1. Temperature difference 10 Kelvin. Then Kelvin to per Kelvin cancel, kilogram to kilogram minus 1 cancel. 11.5 into 10, 115, 115 into 4300. 115 into 4300. Comment again. What's the answer? $494,500. 500 joules. Okay. And the electric heater power is given. Electric heater power එක දීලා තියෙනවා. The power equal the power equal 1000. 1000 what mean? 1000 joules per, it's released 1000 joules per 1 second, right? Joules per second, what mean? What mean joules per second? That means 1000 watt per 1 second. Then you can, to calculate the time, you can divide 494,500 500 divided by 1000. Then you can get 0 cancel, then 494.5 seconds. Are you clear? 494.5 seconds. 1000 watt mean 1000 joules per 1 second. एक second එකදී 1000 joules. Clear, Ravindra? If you want number of minutes, make a minutes වලින් හදා ගන්නත් පුළුවන්, right? Divide by 60. All right. Let's go into part B. That's based on fluid mechanism. A tube monometer is connected, a U-tube monomer is connected to bioreactor to monitor the pressure inside as shown in the diagram below. One arm of monomer is open to the atmosphere and the other arm is open to the bioreactor. Okay, this is a U-shaped monomer, right? A pressure regulating valve is set up to release the initial internal pressure of the reactor when the height of the mercury column on the a pressure regulating valve is set up to release the internal pressure of the reactor when the height of the mercury column on the side. What's the meaning of right hand? Right hand side is 62 meter. 62 centimeter. You can when may level up to from this level, from this initial level to this level, it is 60. If it is increased due to increase the pressure, the water level, mercury level increased to 62 centimeter. 2 centimeter increase, the pressure regulating valve is open. And the left hand side 60 centimeter. Atmospheric pressure is 10 to the power 5 Pascal. 10 to the power 5 means 1 lakh 100,000 Pascal. 100,000 Pascal. The density of mercury is 13,600 and the gravitational acceleration 10. Now it is they calculate the minimum internal pressure of bioreactor in Pascal when the pressure regulating valve opens to release the pressure. Very good question. Now, if it is internal pressure and external pressure, that's mean outside pressure same. What is the mercury level? Mercury level same, right? Mercury level same. Due to increase the pressure of internal chamber, the pressure increase up to this, the mercury level increased up to this level. Due to the increased pressure. Okay, first, we can calculate the hydraulic pressure. When we make hydraulic pressure generated due to mercury. Okay, the pressure equal V rho G, not V rho G, H rho G. Hydraulic pressure, H rho G. Okay, what is the internal pressure? H equal 2 centimeter. 2 centimeter. 2 centimeter means 2 divided by 100 to convert into meter. Rho means 13,600. That's the density of the mercury. G means gravitational acceleration 10. Now 20 cancel. 136 into 2, 272. That means 20. 2720 Pascal. This is the internal pressure. Internal pressure compared to atmosphere. But there is then total pressure we have to add again more than that's a pressure difference. Pressure difference I got it. The pressure difference only 2 centimeter. Hydraulic pressure, right? External and internal. Atmosphere make a pressure 2720, but internal actual pressure hydraulic pressure, actual pressure equal hydraulic pressure 2720 plus atmospheric pressure 10 to the power of 5. 10 to the power of 5 means 1 lakhs. That means 100,000. 200 2720. Pascal. Understood? Very important. Compared to the atmosphere, please send me response if you have any doubt. Ikmanta 100 doubt එකක් තියෙනවා. Compared to the atmospheric pressure, the internal pressure is ඒ කියන්නේ atmosphere එකට වඩා pressure එක 2720. But I got the actual pressure inside the chamber it is 2720 plus atmospheric pressure. Clear? Fatima? Okay, second one. Write two advantage of using biochemical method to synthesize methanol instead of using chemical method. Biochemical method mean Saccharomyces use karna fermentation process. What are the advantage? Low cost for energy, no? Do we need to provide energy for microorganisms? No, they produce energy in their own metabolic activities. We don't need to supply electricity or light or current or heat. What else? Advantage. Make an advantage. Then we can economical advantage and environment both advantage we can note down. There is another one. It is protect environment from chemicals. No? Protect environment from chemicals. Releasing chemicals. Chemicals. Chemicals add in chemical method, right? They are thinking question, right? The scientific name of the microorganism use bioethanol production. It is yeast is a fungi, but the scientific name is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. And there is another one. Cerevisiae. Saccharomyces cerevisiae. This is spellings no problem. Spellings on name What is the main method of respiration by which of microorganisms mentioned above respirate when it is used production process? Okay, what is the respiration type of yeast, Saccharomyces cerevisiae? It is facultative anaerobic. Do you remember? Facultative anaerobic. මෙන්න මේ ටික very important. මේක බලන්න හැමදේම අහලා තියෙනවා, right? Everything is asking. You can learn lot of things this type 1 past paper. Okay, how many respiration types of microorganisms? 4: aerobic, anaerobic, facultative anaerobic, and microaerophilic. Microaerophilic. Aerobic mean only oxygen environments, very toxic oxygen-less environments, right? What are the examples? Acetobacter, azotobacter, gluconobacter. They are the examples. Again, vinegar production bacteria, and nitrosomonas nitrobacter also aerobic, right? Gොඩක් ඉන්න. Then what are the anaerobic? Anaerobic mean they only living in oxygen less than or without oxygen. Without oxygen. Example: Clostridium, Pseudomonas, Methanosphecies. They are the examples. Third one is facultative anaerobic. Saccharomyces cerevisiae is example. It is okay for both environments, oxygen with or without any environment they can live. Okay, final one is microrephilic. Microrephilic means it is very low oxygen conditions, only living very less oxygen condition, normally 5 to 10% oxygen concentration. What are the example? Lactobacillus. Remember, lactobacillus and streptococcus. Again, milk producing bacteria. Microrephilic, the oxygen only put that 5 to 10% of oxygen. They can't live in normal environment. Normal environment 21% of oxygen. In the back. It is facultative anaerobic. Facultative anaerobic. Enzymes in the microorganism convert carbohydrate to ethanol. What is the type of biomolecule that enzymes belongs to? Enzymes belongs to biomolecule is definitely proteins, protein tertiary structures. Proteins tertiary structure, globular protein type is enzyme, right? Therefore, all enzymes are protein. Right? 3 factors affecting the function of an enzyme. Right? 3 factors affecting the function of an enzyme. හරි. මම ඔක්කොම කියන්න. Factors affect on the enzymes. Mainly 5 factors. 5 factors. The best one is temperature. Temperature. Remember, the enzyme activate temperature is 5 to 40 Celsius. මේක හැමදාම අහන්න. 5 to 40 Celsius is favorable temperature for enzymes. The second one is pH value. pH level, normal, neutral conditions, right? Neutral condition. Very acidic and base conditions are not suitable. The next one is enzyme concentration. Enzyme concentration. Enzyme concentration. The next one is substrate concentration. Substrate concentration. The final one, salt concentration. Salt concentration also. Salt concentration also affect to the function of enzyme. The mixture obtained at the end of fermentation contains ethanol and water. To distill off the ethanol produced, the mixture of heated up to 79 Celsius. At the 79, ethanol start to boil off and the boiling continues for 50 minutes. Continuous boiling for 50 minutes, then it is evaporate and cool down into liquid again. That's the meaning of distillation. Right? This is the meaning of distillation. Calculate the energy absorbed by the ethanol. Calculate the energy absorbed by the ethanol when liquid ethanol convert to vapor during this period at 79 Celsius. Power of heater used to the reactor is 1000 watt. Hi. Then make a calculate the energy absorbed by ethanol when liquid ethanol convert to vapor during the period of 59 Celsius. 59 Celsius 50 minutes. Therefore, do you remember we have equation Q equal PT. Q means the amount of energy. Energy equal PT. Then power is given 1000. Very simple. T equal 50 minutes. 50 minutes you can substitute. Then 1000 watt means 1000 joules per second into time mean 50. 50 into 60 second. Now second to per second cancel out. 5 into 6, 30. 2 zeros and 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3 joules. Then 30 lakhs of joules. 30 lakhs of joules required. Energy is 30 lakhs. Okay, ඊට පස්සේ කියන්නේ the calculate the mass of ethanol evaporated in kilograms in this process. Calculate the mass of ethanol evaporated in kilograms in this process. The latent heat of vaporization of ethanol is 555 kilojoules. මෙතනත් අපි kilojoules කරගමු. It's easy. Make a cut to not 3000 kilojoules. 3000 kilojoules. Assume that the emitted by the heater is completely consumed to vaporize ethanol. Then Q equal ml because only vaporize, physical state change only. Therefore, ml vitarai. The Q is 3000. Q is 3000 previous answer kilojoule. Mass don't know. L is 855 kilojoules per 1 kilogram. Kilojoules per kilogram. Then cancel out kilojoule to kilojoule. Mass equal 3000 divided by 855. .5 kilogram. 3.5 kilogram. Okay, this is the story. Okay, 3 questions done. Okay, we have only 1 question. Hi. Okay, that's the most important question. The determination of the conductivity of a sample of water helps to predict many properties of water. Yeah, the electric conductivity. The electric conductivity very important to decide turbidity, TDS, everything, right? Water. The student designed the apparatus given below to measure the resistance of water by submerging it in the water. This object submerging in water and measure the electricity, right? The volume and the mass of apparatus is 1500 cubic centimeter and the 1.2 kilogram respectively. The density of water given and gravitational acceleration given. Using an appropriate calculation, show that the above apparatus floats in water. Okay, it is very simple. What is the weight of this apparatus? The weight equal, the mass equal 1.2, then weight equal 12 Newton, gravitational acceleration 10. What is the U? U mean upthrust equal V rho G. Matakain equation, upthrust equal V rho G. Then the volume equal 1500 into, but the problem is cubic centimeter. අපි එයා convert කරමු cubic meters වලට, divide by 100 into 100 into 100. Rho mean 1000, it is water density into G. බලන්න. Now 20 20 20 2 2 2. 6 to 6 0 cancel out. Then the answer is 15 Newton. 15 Newton. Okay. Newton. Now the weight upthrust is greater than weight. Upthrust is greater than weight. Then it is floating. Okay. Upthrust force greater than weight. Upthrust 15, weight 12. Therefore, it is floating. Right. Mark in the diagram below the forces acting on the apparatus when it is floating on the still water. Yeah, still floating in the water. What are the forces? These are weight. And these are upthrust. Yeah, weight and upthrust. That's all. The above apparatus must be fully submerged in water to measure the conductivity of water at different depths. Calculate the minimum mass in kilogram needed to be placed in the empty space of the apparatus to make it fully submerged in water. Okay, to fully submerge, the minimum weight is, if it is weight equal to upthrust, that is a requirement, right? Then weight is still weight is still 12 Newton. That need to increase up to 15 වලට නේද? 15 Newton. Then the requirement is 3 Newton. 3 Newton mean what is the mass? 3 Newton කොහොමද අපි mass එකක් කරන්නේ? 3 Newton multiplied by 3 Newton divided by 10, sorry, divide by 10. Then it is 0.3 kilogram is required. Are you clear? Kabir, 3 Newton is a requirement. If it is weight equal to upthrust force, it is submerged. Then if weight equal to upthrust force, upthrust 15, weight 12. To increase up to 15, 3 Newton is required. 3 Newton is 0.3 kilogram. Understood? Very simple. Let's move into B part. B is the most important part. The apparatus with the mass of 1 kilogram kept in the empty spaces is submerged in a river and secured by a rope. Okay, this is a rope. The force created by the water flow on the apparatus causes the rope to form 30-degree angle when the vertical as shown below. Marked in diagram the forces acting on the apparatus when it is submerged in the water. Okay, submerged in the water, the direction of the water flow, this is a weight, right? This is a weight. This is up, sorry, weight towards the ground. This is a weight. This is upthrust. And since it is water flow into this direction, there is force exerted by water, right? Force given by water. Force by water. Force by water. And there is tension on the string. Okay, that's all. Tension, upthrust force, weight, and the force given by the water. Tension, upthrust, weight, the force given by water. Calculate the force exerted on the apparatus by the water flow. Calculate the F. Calculate the F. Okay, it is like this. Think this is object. This is upthrust. Sorry, this is a force. Weight equal apparatus with mass 1 kilogram kept in the empty space. Empty space 1 kilogram තියලා. එතකොට what is the total weight? Total mass equal 2.2 because 1.2 initially 1.1 plus 1 kilogram 2.2, then 22 Newton is a weight. Upthrust force is 15 Newton. Upthrust 15, and this is a tension. The tension don't know, and this angle 30 degree. Angle 30 degree. This is a force given by the water. Okay, this is a force system. Now it is force system. Now since it is balanced force system, no resultant force. No resultant force means T cos, resolute karna into upward direction, T cos 30 equal T cos 30 plus 15. උඩට එකක් එකක් right t cos හොඳට බලන්න that's the most important thing t cos theta mean 30 t cos 30 plus 15 equal 22 right t cos 30 mean t into cos 30 mean root 3 over 2 root 3 over 2 plus 15 equal 22 now you can get the t කීයද බලන්න t equal 15 මෙහෙට ගත්තම 7 because 22 minus 15 7 14 over root 3 now cross multiplication 14 over root 3 Newton equal this is the tension the tension I got tension got Fatima okay I got the tension 14 over root 3 මෙහෙම ගත්තේ 15 I got into right side it is 20 minus 22 minus 15 it is 7 then cross multiplication 14 divided by root 3 equal tension right now this tension resolved into this direction in horizontal direction t mean tension sin theta equal to F because horizontal force only one t sin 30 equal F t sin 30 mean 14 root 3 sin 30 mean half equal F then F equal 2 to 7 over root 3 Newton clear part C is the most important part based on the resistivity the conductivity of salt solution with known concentration can be calculated using the equation given below the conductivity equal that you already know conductivity of any compound equal to 1 over resistivity in the electricity lesson we already discussed derive the unit of conductivity based on the unit of resistivity and complete the table below okay the resistivity unit ohm meter that you already know then 1 over resistivity is the conductivity then resistivity is ohm meter then conductivity per ohm per meter that's a theory right per ohm per meter draw the graph of conductivity versus salt concentration in the given grid using the data given below හරි මෙතන දීලා තියෙන්නේ salt concentration is given the resistivity ටිකක් දීලා තියෙනවා the resistivity also given up to 0.76 grid එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා okay first we have to select a scale I think it is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. Okay, at 600, it is 0.16 is the resistivity. 0.16, that means the method 0.1 to 0.2, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0.16, that means third one. 0.16, 0.30, this point. 0.45, 0.45, the mid. 0.58, 58, 0.76, finally 7.6, this point. Okay, now you can draw a clear line, represent all points, right? This is the graph. This is the graph. ඊට පස්සේ කියනවා the resistivity of river water at the certain depth is 4.3 ohm meter. When measured using apparatus using the graph drawn, calculate the conductivity river. Conductivity means resistivity equal, conductivity equal 1 over resistivity, no? Then conductivity equal 1 over 4.3 ohm meter. 1 divided by 4.3 ගන්න විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. It is 0.23, 0.23 per ohm per meter. Per ohm per meter, right? 0.23 is the conductivity. Then අපි conductivity එක අරන් තියෙන්නේ. Okay, conductivity I got. Using the graph, calculate the salt concentration of river water at that depth. Okay, 0.23 වල salt concentration. 0.23. Okay, this is a point. 0.23. 0.23. This is a point. Draw a line like this. This is a point, right? Then 0.20. Normally the gap 800. 600, 800, gap 200. And one small box represent 50, no? No, 40. Then 640, 80, 720. 760. 760 years. 760 milligram per liter. Are you clear? Yeah, please you can check with your correct graph. මගේ graph එක හරියට දන්නේ 0.23 වලින් මම ගත්තේ, that's correct. 0.23 වලින් ගන්න ඕනේ. You have to draw a very sharp line, sharp graph, then you can get the correct value. I think you got the method, right? if you understood method, you can get the correct value. I think 720 or 2050 value, the correct one. Okay, today we discussed the all questions of 2020-24 structured paper. Okay, may paper, it is very good paper. 2024 paper, most probably your exam paper also most similar to 2024 paper, right? මේ වගේම exam paper එකක් තමයි ඔයාලටත් තියෙන්නේ. Okay, any doubt question? Kabir, everything okay? Fatima? Okay, good. Okay, then let's meet tomorrow morning with our special practical session. Goodbye. Good night.